Erin Dwyer is a VP in the DSEUS, and she's terrifying. Nobody talks back to her. And she was like this even before Imperial stiffed her out of a job. Erin, I hate everyone too. I just do a better job of hiding it. I'm sure you'll learn. When I was talking to the class to prepare this speech, everyone said, you have to say something about how Erin kicked Steve Penny's ass all day long. Apparently, Erin keeps Steve's manhood in a container on the shelf. Small container, small shelf. I imagine Steve reaching his limit and saying, if you were a guy, I'd ask you to step outside. To which Erin would probably reply, if you were a guy, I'd punch you in the mouth. So after being terrorized for 2 semesters, Steve has the look of a shivering woodland creature. It's no wonder he sounds like Kermit sometimes.
Thanks, Isaac.
Hi-ho! Erin, can I please go home now? I think I'm going to pass out.
I think that was Isaac.
Steve has the trump card. Imperial hired him. They hired him, but didn't make an offer to Erin, Justin, or Jamie. In what universe does that happen? Anyway, Steve is going up to Calgary, and he'll be providing Isaac with a couch to sleep on until Isaac can find a job that doesn't involve approaching men in the bus terminal washroom. Jen is the other member of the design group with Erin and Steve. She's the smoother Steve Wrangler than Erin. Stalin would be a smoother Steve Wrangler. Jen is a hell of a student for someone who likes to party as much as she does. She knows the doorman downtown and can jump the line and get you to almost any place. When she drinks, she can get forgetful. She thought she lost her wallet in the dome, freaked out, found it in her room. She lost her wallet at the lower deck, freaked out, found it at the coat check. Finally, after a few more incidents like this, she bought a purse so she would avoid losing her wallet. She lost her purse at As I said, Jenna parties hard and can definitely hold her own. I do, however, recall one day in my 8:30 thermal class when she showed up looking a little rough after a long night of drinking. I mean, she was green. And during the lecture, she bolted from the room, made a dash for the washroom. She must have come to class directly from the bar, because when she came back, she didn't have that look of sweet relief. She still looked kind of wasted. Anyhow, that was a first for me. Now, Jenna's return from the washroom is a stark contrast to Gabe when he comes back from the washroom. It's kind of hard to explain. He looks kind of serious, yet pleased with himself. Like a 3-year-old who's just gone potty. Gabe's a really good guy, though. He's at the gym every day. He sits in class sucking back a protein shake. Part of the 6,000 calorie a day regimen. After one co-op term, he came back huge. Flexing all the time. Wearing t-shirts from Baby Gap. Enjoy it, Gabe, because you'll soon be middle-aged and doughy, and believe me, it's no joke, it's no fun. You can ask Justin about it. Sean Martin and Gabe seem to go everywhere together. Sean, I mean nothing by that. Sean has been adopting a more artistic look, growing his hair longer, wearing a scarf. Someone has said that it'd be easy to confuse him with a King student, but I don't think that's really true. I've met many of those King students, and most of them are really bright. Seriously, if someone who appears to be heading over towards hipster territory, Sean does stuff to smash a stereotype. For example, if you play floor hockey or ultimate frisbee with him, Sean can become angry, veiny guy. If you call him on the rules, he becomes likes to fight guy. Sean's known for his love of Crown Royal, which is a man's drink. It should come with bail money. You know what I'm saying? Because on Crown Royal, you don't know where you're going to end up, but you know when you get there, you won't be wearing pants. You'll be collapsed in the bathtub like Sean. Lastly, everyone pointed out that Sean's a huge Simpsons fan, which would be alright, except he's the kind of guy who will tell you that the episode you're thinking of is the 17th episode of season 11, not the 2nd episode of season 12. You don't want to be that guy, Sean. For women, that's one step above collecting comic books and action figures. There's a persistent rumor that there's someone named Henrietta Curry in the class. I've neither seen her nor heard her, so I can't comment on it. Here's one of my favorites. I tend to think of Sarah, Jamie, Marla, and Richard under one heading. I think I'm not alone in this. They sit together in class, they hang out together. Richard and Sarah dated for a while, and for the first 6 months, I assumed Jamie and Marla were married. That's very sweet. Where to begin with this for? Someone said of Sarah, quote, she opens her mouth and a tornado comes out. When I was gathering material for the roast, I was sitting across the table from her at Starbucks. No discount, by the way. And I could only make out every second or third word she said. She really does talk fast. And once she warms up, it just begins to sound like wasps in a jar. And then she just passes through that, and you hear dogs starting to bark from blocks away. I've told her when she drinks, she talks even faster, which I have a hard time imagining. I have to believe she would run up against some natural limit, like the speed of light. I should probably say something about the misunderstanding that happened on Jamie's birthday. First of all, I really don't mind some talking in class. As I recall, Jamie and Richard were having a pretty spirited, loud conversation, and I twice asked them to be quiet. The third time it happened, I said something like, gentlemen, your conversation is disturbing both of us. As I recall, I've got it right down here. Gentlemen, your conversation is disturbing both me and your fellow students. If you would be so kind as to continue it elsewhere, I should be most grateful. Or words to that effect. That's the best of my recollection. And you know, we can go back and forth on this all night, and in the end, it will be my word against the 60 of you. Okay, I'll admit that I may have referred to them as ass clowns. But that's all I'm going to cop. What else can I say here? Richard, I've heard that you're a font of useless trivia, sports, entertainment, and so on. Rich, that really doesn't age well. It's like The Simpsons, you know. That gets old very quickly. No, Robert De Niro won the Oscar in 1980, not 1979. Again, you don't want to be that guy. I've also heard that in second year you used to wear a ball cap cocked to the side until you realized you were white. So at least you learned.
Format 2.
There is that. Marla, one of your classmates said of you rather wistfully, she doesn't drink, she doesn't smoke, she doesn't make bad life choices.
She's no fun.
I certainly hope you have some vices other than the fact that you won't shut up about St. FX. Okay, once in a while you will say something that will make me think, no one can be that blonde. But what's up and getting the bartender to pour you shots of water. I know Duncan is saying, well, there's a cheap date. Justin Doyle's going to be roasting the professors tonight. I'm sure he'll do a good job, because he's an angry, bitter man. I mean, here's a guy in his 30s or 40s, or whatever. He has to pretend that he likes hanging out with a bunch of kids. Kids who are going to get to do things that he can only dream of. Like get jobs. That's pretty bad. I love Justin. When I first met Justin, I saw he had a tattoo on his neck, and I heard that he was into MMA, so I thought, be careful with this guy, he might be just out of Kingston Penn. It turns out he's only into watching MMA, so that's cool. Actually, participating in MMA, mixed martial arts, would involve stubbing out a cigarette and getting up off the couch. Not much on the exercise. As I tried to explain to him, you can't claim it's cardio just because you've got heart palpitations from doing some bad cocaine. Justin was pretty angry after the December design presentations because Dr. Hewitt told him his public speaking style reminded him of a car salesman. That is harsh. But after watching his presentation, I've got to admit that although his group couldn't turn a profit making urea, the process has been around for 100 years or something, he did manage to sell me some racing stripes and a spoiler for my piece of crap Ford Focus. Now that is salesmanship. Justin, you'll be happy to know that when I was gathering information for this speech, someone said about you, he gets stuff done. And that's what you want in an engineer, perhaps more than any other single quality. If I were running a corporation, I would hire you in an instant. But I'm not running a corporation, so it looks like you're probably out of luck. Oh, wow. Jocelyn. Talking about Jocelyn, Danielle, and Risha. Jocelyn is super keen and super stressed and always worried about her GPA, so I'm not telling you anything you don't know. Take it easy, Jocelyn. Just let go of that med school dream. Just let it go. See how easy that would be? How easy that would be? Just let that dream die. Trust me, it won't be the last. Life is harsh. Life is harsh. Which is why you have to accept that the med school option is about as realistic as the NHL option for Chris Sims. That said, everyone enjoys Jocelyn's frequent Facebook updates that make her sound like she's locked in a permanent nervous breakdown. And don't sit near her on a test. When I watch her take a test, she makes me feel like I might be in danger of failing the exam. Someone said she is even stressed when she is drunk, which is just sad. Jocelyn's so keen that she emailed me last July to get a jump on choosing a good design project, and more important, choosing a good design group. So it's ironic. Yeah, I've heard some stories of some pretty nasty fights going on with your group in the computer room, with Risha in there, getting in as a peacemaker. Someone heard you say to Danielle, "Why did you pick this topic?"